good? It's your girl Courtney here, and I'm back with yet another video. As y'all can tell, we are in a different little setup today. Today is not going to be a hair video. It's not going to be a vlog. Today is going to be a very relaxed, somewhat serious, just chit chat and talk with you guys. I've been wanting to do a video like this for so long. It's been weighing heavy on me and on my heart. So I thought today would be the perfect day to finally let you guys know what's been on my mind. Today I'm gonna give you guys 7 signs that you are in an emotionally abusive relationship. Before we get started, I want you guys to do 2 things for me. You already know how we do here on my channel. Subscribe to my channel for more girl talks like these, and also hit that like button if you guys like and enjoy girl talk videos like these. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. I want to start off by saying that a lot of the time when you hear the word abuse, you often think of someone punching you or someone, you know, beating you up, something that's very evident and pow in your face. And I'm here to tell you that abuse can be something so soft. It can be subtle to a point to where you don't know that you're actually being abused. And I feel like that's the most dangerous form of abuse, because you can be in it and engulfed in it and not know that you're even being hurt in any way. Now, a little background story before I jump into my 7 signs. If you guys have not caught on by now, I myself have been in a emotionally abusive relationship for the past 6 years. I never want to come on camera and talk to you guys about relationships or life lessons without actually having them to learn from myself. I'm here to share my story, a little brief little synopsis, if you will. I was in a relationship for 6 years with my ex, which I respect, and I'm not here to bash in any way. But since the abuse was so soft and was so gentle, I continued to stay and didn't think of it as abuse. I was in a very bad and toxic situation. If I would have recognized these signs in the onset of our relationship, it could have saved me a lot of time. The first sign to know that you are in an emotionally abusive relationship is if he dismisses your feelings. If you bring up your feelings or how you're feeling about the relationship to your partner, and your partner dismisses your feelings as if your feelings aren't valid, as if you have no reason to feel that way, or if you're crazy for feeling that way, then something's wrong. If you express yourself and expose yourself as far as how you're feeling to your partner, and you leave the conversation feeling more low than when you started it, when you leave the conversation feeling stupid for even mentioning your problem, then you are definitely in an emotionally abusive relationship. This is what I feel like was the biggest fight for me when I was in my relationship, was the fact of whenever there was a problem that we had or that I felt that we had, I would bring it up. Communication in relationships are very key, are very important. When I would bring up my feelings about our relationship and how things have been not so good and things I want to work on, I would be dismissed almost immediately as if nothing was wrong and that he didn't understand why I felt that way. Your feelings are always valid. If you feel there is a problem, there is a problem. Even if it's not that big of an issue and it bothers you, then it needs to be talked about. You should never be dismissed and should never be putting out the feeling the way that you feel. And your partner, out of all people, should be the person to listen to you and help you get through whatever emotion you're dealing with at that time. I don't care if you stubbed your toe, it chipped your polish, and now you're crying. If that's something you want to talk about and you want to get that off your chest, get it off your chest, and he should not be dismissive. He should be sitting there ready to fix your toe, drop some bands to get your nail fixed, period. Sign number 2. This is a big, clear sign. If your partner denies their abuse, you're talking to your spouse about something that they may have done to you that may have hurt your feelings. They completely dismiss the fact that they've wronged you. They don't see that they've wronged you in any way. They don't see a problem in how they're treating you. You're overreacting. You guys are good. Side note, if a guy ever tells you,
no babe, we're good, like me and you were good,
9 times out of 10, sis, you not good. Call Ghostbusters. I'm bringing it back to my situation for a second. When that would happen to me and my ex, it would cower me down to a point where it would make me second guess myself. I would think, you know what? Maybe there isn't a problem. Maybe I'm just overthinking. He didn't mean it. Deal with it. Because I'm being irrational. You're never being irrational. You do not like the way someone is treating you. You have every right to voice your opinion, voice your concern, because only you can protect you. Do not expect anyone else to protect you but you. you. Sign number 3, they shut down communication. This can be in an ample amount of ways, meaning that they will ignore all forms of communication, kind of ignore you, push you to the side. To me, it's more so of rejection. You should never feel rejected by a spouse. That's probably a better term for this sign rather than communication shutdown, is being rejected. You should never feel as if you are being rejected or pushed to the side for any matter. You should always be brought to the forefront. Number 4, I feel like all these things kind of tie in together. That's because they're very interlocked. Withholding affection. If you try to hug them and they're not really responding back in the way that you may think, they're not really hugging you back, not really, wanting to kiss you, not really wanting to be intimate with you, they often reject you with their affection. They don't want to show affection to you. That is a form of emotional abuse. As humans, we hate rejection. Something crazy goes on in our minds when we are rejected. That is that one place and one person you should always feel welcome and accepted with. Your spouse should always want to love on you. Your spouse should always want to give you affection, not necessarily being a whole 9 yard, but at least a hug, holding your hand. If you always feel as if holding their hand is wrong, or that hugging them is gonna piss them off, kissing them is gonna piss them off, touching them is gonna piss them off, and you are in an emotional abusive relationship, you should never be scared to express your love. Number 6, this one honestly what triggered me to look into emotional abuse and what it was. After I recognized this was happening, I knew there had to be a name for it, and that's where this video has derived from. When your partner is hot and cold, meaning some days they're good, some days they're bad. You can never really predict what days are gonna be the good days. You don't know what days are gonna be the bad days. That is definitely a problem. And honestly, that was the most scary part of my relationship, because I would always have to almost walk on eggshells, not knowing if they were good, not knowing if they were bad. I would have to test him or do things to see if, okay, today he's in a good mood, today he feels like hugging me, and today he feels like kissing me. Honestly, it may sound crazy and kind of psycho, but that's honestly the mind frame that he had me in. I did not want to be too lovey-dovey to where he'd reject me or that I'd piss him off, and I did not want to be unlovey-dovey because I did want to show my affection towards him, because I did love him. I did. If me and him were out on a double date or something with his friends, he was always very sociable. He was always very outgoing, talkative, just like the perfect guest. You know what I'm saying? He was always in tune with conversation. But yet, the minute that we get in the car and we're alone together to go home, he shut down. He was not as talkative anymore. He wouldn't really communicate with me. He wasn't as upbeat with me as he was with them, for example. And that's kind of like a thing of being hot and cold. In the presence of people, he would always be hot, but then with me alone, don't mind me, it's a little hot in here, so I put some little paper in here to kind of catch my sweat. So paper's gonna be here for the next couple seconds. Hope it don't distract y'all. My camera didn't cut off, so I'm just going to jump into number 7. I don't know if I finished number 6 or not, but we can get into number 7. Now, the 7th and last sign that you are in an emotionally abusive relationship is you feel sorry for them, to where you start making excuses for the abuse. He didn't have a father in his life. He doesn't know how to do this. He doesn't know how to do that. He's never been taught to do this. Those things may be true, but it's not an excuse. Okay, it's not an excuse. The example, I look at this example when I'm looking at my quality of men and how to judge, what I let pursue me, is my dad. My dad is like the poster child for what I want my husband to be like. My dad was raised without a father, yet he treats my mom with the utmost respect, shows her nothing but love 24/7, 365 days of the year. Over and beyond, I know I can have that. I started to feel sorry for him, started giving excuses to myself for him. I wanted to continue to work with him, and I knew he had potential, and I wanted to make us work, all right? Never make excuses for someone abusing you. When you realize the early signs, run. If I would have known then what I know now, I would have ran. I'm taking it as a test, and it was something that I needed to learn, that God wanted me to learn in order to grow and blossom into the woman that God, you know, created me to be. I want to just take this moment to add a little tidbit. Abuse is something that you can get up from. I want to let you guys know that this is not an excuse to not love again. Everyone wants to be loved, and just because one did not meet your criteria or one didn't turn out the way you thought it would have turned out, that does not mean you stop loving. That does not mean you stop giving the love that you have. You should not hold that against the next person that you're with. Don't let that get in the way of how you do you, the way that you show love, the way that you show affection. Just because your love and your affection was shot down and was abused by one person, that does not mean stop loving in general. Never let that dim the light that you have. Never let that dim the light that God put in you to shine bright, okay? Continue to be your best you. Continue to love, continue to flourish. Admit the fact that you've been broken. Let God rebuild you. Take time to yourself, process what has happened, and heal. Next time, you just be more attentive to the quality of men that you go out with. Pay attention to red flags when you're dating. If you guys want a separate video of dating red flags, leave me a comment down below, because I got a list,
An array
of red flags you guys should definitely stay away from, okay? I know about those flags way too well. Yeah, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something from it. Give me a big thumbs up. That really helped me out a lot. And also, if you guys have any other girl talks, chit chats you want me to get to, want me to talk about, please let me know down below. I do want to keep this as a regular, probably a regular weekly or bi-weekly series here on my channel, because I realize how important these girl talks are. You may not have an older sister, you may not have an aunt or a grandma that can talk to you and tell you these things. Let me be all of that in one, all right? Let me be that person for you. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Beehive down below. Join the Beehive gang, the Beehive fam, because we are lit and we are never, ever bougie over here. Do you understand me? I'm able to keep in contact with your girl because I'm your best friend, you're my best friend, we're all best friends. So add your girl on Instagram. Oh, I can't even slang, I got a bottle on the day. I mean, what? And as always, my lovelies, I love every single one of you. But until next time, your crown may tilt, but you never let it fall. Stay gilded.